My mom and dad are gonna cook up some Lent food. What are we making tonight, Dad?
We're gonna make some beans, red chili with
Torta.
yeah, torta.
So right now, my dad's gonna clean out the beans.
Most people eat this in Lent season. They eat a lot of beans, red chili, and
Anything without meat, right?
yeah, torta, sopapillas, cornbread.
I forgot about cornbread. Right now, my dad's cleaning out the beans.
Taking the beans are look kind of awful, like half beans, like cracked like that. You take them to the side. Ones that are broken, and you can find pieces of rocks in here sometimes or dirt.
Really?
That's why you
Dang.
should always rinse them real good after you clean them.
About how much, Dad? I know you cook and you don't measure.
You get about 3 cups, 3-4 cups. Depends. Like now, there's gonna be if I was eating, so
5 or 6 of us, and that's eyeball, right?
yeah, just like one. You can feel the sand when you're cleaning them, the dirt. You can feel them like, in your hands. A lot of people clean them and they leave it for quite a while in the water
Oh, to soak them.
to soak them. Yeah, they soak them so they say it helps with the gas.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I put garlic on mine. These beans that we got are pretty clean.
Is that a rock?
Rinse them. Rinse them. These beans ain't that dirty though. Sometimes you get beans that are really dirty. I'm gonna do a little bit more, another half a cup. Back in the day, we used to put the kids to do these.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a kid's job?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for them. Picking the wrong one. How dirty that water is.
Oh, yeah, you can see how dirty it is.
Yeah. And these beans ain't that bad though. I mean, there's some of them that,
They're worse?
yeah. Back in the day, we used to use the old pressure cookers.
Oh, the ones you screw on the side.
Yeah, we used to just use a pan with a dish on top, put a cover on top, and use the beans like that. I get this and take it and get some water. I can put about 6 cups of water in there.
About 6 cups of water,
Yeah, around there.
3 or 4 cups of beans, 6 cups of water, and that's to feed 5 or 6 people.
Let's put it back in here. I get a little bit of salt in there.
A little bit of salt. Okay.
I get whole garlic.
You use fresh garlic?
Yeah.
Dang.
You smash it. Get the peelings off. Smash it too much.
Don't smash it too much, guys. And how much you put in there? 1?
Or 2.
About 2 cloves of garlic.
Yeah. And I mostly put salted pork, but now that we can't eat meat, so I save my bacon grease. So I want to put bacon grease in there.
Oh yeah, it's Lent. We can't have meat, so
Yeah, so I'm gonna put a little bit of
it's for flavor, right?
yeah, it's for flavor.
How much is that?
About
1 tablespoon?
yeah, 1 tablespoon.
More or less?
Yeah, maybe 1.5.
Remember, nothing's measured. You guys are gonna have to see what tastes best for you all.
Lock it. Put this on pressure cook, and I set it for an hour and 15 minutes. You can probably do less.
And you just start it?
Yeah, it just starts now.
There's not a temperature or nothing that'll...
No,
Just start it.
yeah, just start. You just put it on.
High pressure cooker, okay. I just got news. Part of today's meal, my mom and dad just told me that we're gonna be making some sopapillas. So y'all are gonna learn how to make sopapillas as well. Beans, sopapillas,
And
Chile
torta,
con torta,
which is made out of egg.
which is made out of egg. Okay. Now my mom's gonna show us how she makes sopapillas. She has a measuring cup, so I guess she's measuring this one.
So it's gonna be like 4 cups of sifted flour.
All-purpose sifted flour.
So I should have probably measured it all, but okay, 3. Is that 1 more cup?
Was that 4 you put in there, or?
That was 3. This will be 4. More or less, you eyeball it.
My parents are used to just eyeballing everything. Nothing is really measured. I'm pretty sure there's people in the audience that can actually relate to that.
Now I'm gonna put in some baking powder and some salt. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So we use about a teaspoon of salt. A lot of people don't put lard in there, but I do. I put just a little bit.
Is a sopapilla mix similar to how you make tortillas, Mom?
Similar, yes. I use the morale for the lard. I forgot to take it out prior to making it, so it's gonna be a little hard. You wanna take this out before you make it.
About how long, more or less?
Just until it softens. About 2 tablespoons of lard, that's all you need. So now what I want to do is go ahead and start mixing it, and I use my hands, my clean hands. Just mix it real well so we can get that lard broken down and well mixed into the flour. Just keep mixing it.
And breaking up the manteca.
Yeah, I'm just breaking it up. It'll probably melt down a little bit once we put the water in. Okay, so it's about done now. I'm gonna start kneading it. Just start mixing.
You're gonna show us the consistency it has to be.
Yeah, and just keep pouring a little at a time. I don't want you to put too much at a time because then it'll get too sticky. Because we don't want the masa too hard or too sticky, so that we can be able to roll it out and cut it. I told my kids that I was going to make a Good Friday dinner. It's during the Lent season. Tradition is to make like beans and make red chili without any meat. Torta. Torta is the egg white. It's delicious.
These are old ways that have been handed down for so long, right? Like these meals.
And you can make quelites. Quelites are spinach.
Oh.
With chile piquin. It is really delicious with your beans.
Wow.
See what I mean about adding too much water? I added too much water. So now I have to add a little bit more flour so it can make it a little bit harder. If it comes out too hard, you add a little bit more water. But if it comes out too soft and too sticky, you add flour.
To get that right consistency that you're wanting.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready and put this on my counter. Kneaded some more up there. Then we can start in the sopapillas.
Start cutting the masa.
Yeah, but we'll let it sit for a few minutes. Let it relax a little bit and kind of spread out. Okay.
We're trying to look for her cast iron pan. She's unsure if that's going to be big enough, so she's trying to decide.
I think it's small, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do this one. If I had a bigger cast iron is better. I like cooking on a cast iron, but I don't know what I did with it. But there's another one that has it's cast iron also, just made differently. We'll use that.
The rest of this is going to go in there and we're going to melt it, right?
Yes.
And this is what we're going to use to make the sopapillas. So we're gonna do that now. So my mom needs a chair because unfortunately she suffered a stroke, but we're blessed to still have her.
Thank you, Vito.
Need help?
You just knead it and knead it until it's perfect.
She has to use a walker, unfortunately. She has a hard time walking. She lost a lot of her feeling on her right side, so we're gonna try and get her a hover on somehow, but I know those things are very expensive, but it will really, really help her.
Now we're finishing up with this, and now I need that towel so I can cover it up.
This one here on the table, Mom?
Yes. And these little tiles I actually made them myself.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Wow, how long have you had them for?
A long time. In fact, this was one I had given Maria, but
Oh.
yeah.
Rest in peace, my sister. Lost her for COVID. Okay, what do you want me to turn this on to, Mom?
Medium high.
Medium high. Light. 7?
Right there. Right there's fine.
Just to warm it up?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll put the manteca on there so we can make the sopapillas. Can't wait.
And I just dropped the whole block into the pan.
Dang, that's that whole block of manteca?
Yeah.
A warning, people, and I told you guys in my last video as well, be very, very careful. This is very, very hot.
So I went ahead and lined a little cookie sheet with some paper towels. So as we're making the sopapillas, we can put them in there. So let's go ahead and start making our little, and we can make it a little bigger here now because, so we just make them kind of big like this. So now we're gonna roll this out. And you don't want to make it too thin or too thick either, because if you make them too thick, it'll be too thick. I like to make it like just right.
Pick up an end right there so you can see the thickness of it.
About that.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut them.
You're just using a butter knife?
Just a butter knife. Doesn't have to be nothing sharp.
Any shape you want?
Any shape you want. You can make them round, square, triangle.
A heart.
Yeah, anything. Pick it up one corner. And this will be a tester. If it needs to be hotter, then we'll have to turn it up. But it looks just right.
Yummy.
See?
Oh, look, they're rising.
Yeah. Very hot. Be careful.
And when you're done with this grease, you can also use it for tortillas later too, right?
Yes.
Or something else.
Like we're gonna probably use it to make the torta that we're gonna be making in just a minute. See? Now they're nice and brown all the way around. Let's take them out.
They're finished that quick?
Yeah.
Grandma, do you want a sopapilla?
Yeah.
First taste, Dad.
Yes, love.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Because if you push them down just a little bit, they get puffier. Like if you're making stuffed sopapillas.
Oh, we can make those into sopapillas if we wanted.
Yes, yes. you
And
can
stuff
make-
in what, like beans or something?
Yes,
Dang.
beans, meat, yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
And then topped with red chili or green chili.
That sounds so good.
You can even put powdered sugar and make it a little sweet treat.
Oh, wow.
The funnel cake already is a big papilla powder sugar on top.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Just be very careful, it's very, very hot. Very hot.
Now for the torta. That's how you take the white out?
Yeah, then you save the yolk.
I don't think I've had torta before, but my mom says that she's fed it for me before, so.
Yeah, I think you have. You use about maybe 6 or 7 eggs though?
Yeah.
Dang, look at the size of that one. Yummy. He put a yolk in there, so he has to get it out. Okay, he's gonna get the rest of that out. Okay, we're gonna have to add some more. My mom had a little bit more in the fridge.
You might let that melt.
I get the white and you beat it. You gotta beat it until it gets all fluffy.
You can't stop, you gotta keep on.
You can do it by hand or with the blender on very high speed, or the highest speed you got. And look how fluffy it's getting.
We use this fluff to put on pies.
Pies or sweet rice.
Yeah, sweet rice.
Pile. Dang, mom.
Yep, coming along.
We're gonna mix the yolk in there.
Did you mix them a little bit before you put them in?
Yeah, I kind of broke them up.
Yeah.
And just mix it.
Yeah.
That's how you make torta?
Yeah. You ready for it, Lo?
Yes. Let me finish this.
Oh, you deep fry torta?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it. We didn't show you how to make the chile, but you can just go buy bueno. You can use lard or vegetable oil on this.
And you just put like a teaspoon of flour.
Flour. Bueno red chile hot. Wooden spoon.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to scratch mom,
It's
so
Teflon.
Teflon. Kind of let it brown a little bit and just throw chili in there.
This is gonna help with the flavor, or does it help with the thickness? What does it help with?
Both.
Thickness.
Both flavor and thickness of the chile. Was some of that chile frozen or what?
Yeah.
What's the heat you put it on, Dad? Medium heat?
Medium heat.
We get this mixture of fluffy egg. This is called a torta. And we want to put it in the grease to make.
What is that, a teaspoon, tablespoon?
This is a tablespoon. Gotta be kind of gentle.
Real soft?
Yeah, they're real soft. And they stick, so
Like that one.
yeah. See how pretty they look? They're all brown.
And my dad has some minced garlic.
But half a tablespoon about that much.
My mom's taking out the torta. Just make sure they're brown on each side, right?
Yeah. It's called torta de huevo.
Torta de huevo.
Yeah.
Ah, huevo. What does that huevo mean?
Like horses in it, slicing.
My dad's gonna add some salt.
Just gonna sprinkle it more little.
It's to taste, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Whatever your preference is.
Yeah, my wife likes them salty. She does salt and hot.
Looking so good. Sopapillas, chile, torta. And we got frijoles over there. Show him that consistency. I don't think I showed him.
It's stiff. See, kind of stiff?
Oh, okay.
See?
You start putting it in there.
Okay, I'm gonna start putting them in there, watch.
Put one in what?
In the
Oh!
They go in
You put the torta on the chile?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you poured the chile on top of the torta.
No.
See, I'm confused.
Here, do you want to do it, look? Okay, thank you. have
So
to
you
push
put
it
the
down.
torta in the chile. I did not know that's how you make torta.
A lot of people make cabbage or zucchini
For Lent?
Yeah.
Or calabacitas.
Calabacitas. I'm kind of craving cabbage.
I was telling about quelites.
They make calitas with chili and
Some of
beans.
that. Well, you can't have beef for Lent, huh?
So you make it with beans.
Oh, it's beans.
Quelites.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
Quelitas,
It's
Yeah.
spinach.
spinach.
Oh, spinach. So how long have you and mom been making these meals for?
50 some years.
My mom and dad have been married for 53 or 54 years.
We're going on 50,
Going on 54 years, my mom and dad has been married. Your dad, let me see, 53 years?
And now she'll hit me. We have our ups and downs, like every marriage.
My mom was 14 and my daughter was 17 when they got married. Their wedding photos look like their first Holy Communion.
Yeah, they sure do. The priest, when we went to go ask him to marry us, he asked us how old, and we told him I was 17, she was 14. He said it will never work.
You should be alive now.
You should be alive now.
So you could tell them?
Okay, we're gonna turn this off because it's ready. And we're almost ready to eat.
The beans got 2 minutes on. Pressure cooker's beeping. The
Done.
beans are done. So you can use a crock pot too, right? So a crock pot is gonna be a slow cook,
Yeah.
and a pressure cooker is gonna be a little quicker, or a lot quicker, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, that's a sopapillas.
I like to put this on top and get the steam out.
It's very hot, right?
Yeah.
You have to let the steam out in the pressure cooker, right?
Yeah, you can let it cool down and sell it, but kind of steaming it up by doing it this way.
Be very careful working with pressure cookers. I really don't know how to use them, obviously, but I know they could be dangerous, right?
Yeah. Back in the day, my sister opened one up with pressure in there, and good thing it didn't hit her. It made a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, really?
There was beans all over the kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
That's how much pressure they built.
Be very, very careful. So, like my dad said, it's best just to let it cool down. The reason why he's doing it this way is because we're hungry.
I do it like this all the time, though. Once that little button goes down, you can open it.
Oh man.
Put too much water in it. Take some out.
Can I empty some out?
Actually, it's better to put too much water than not enough.
Oh, there's a
a
garlic you put in there.
Yeah. Some people like the beans with a lot of water like this, and some people don't.
So it's personal preference. My mom's gonna make a plate. So you can put any kind of garnish you want on it.
I like to put onions in mine, but we thought we had onions, but we don't. I'm gonna take a taste of it. Oh my God.
Good.
Good.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thanks, Jesus. Fresh butter? Real butter.
Real butter, yes. You can put cheese, you can put onions, anything you want in there. Very good.
Okay, first bite. Mmm. Speechless. Man. And done. Now for some honey and sopapilla for our dessert. So good. Mmm. Bomb. Mmm. I already took a bite. Mmm.